Well, the 38th annual Tour de Gap rolls out this Saturday, and local cycling shop Biketown is getting riders ready despite a recent hardship. KTEB's Mercedes Hernandez has more on the goal to keep true to the spirit of the event, even with a bump in the road.
Normally, the folks over at Biketown would be working at this building ahead of the Big Country's most anticipated race, but they've had to move next door after a fire. Despite that challenge, its owner says things are rolling along just fine ahead of Tour de Gap.
Hey Gary, do we have a hacksaw? Tour de Gap is an event that we've held close to our hearts for the last 20 years.
Tour de Gap means a lot to Biketown owner Jim McDonald, but he does say the weeks leading up to the race can be a little rough.
There's about 350 participants in the event typically. We usually probably see about 150 of those.
A fire in the business did not ease that load. For now, McDonald is working out of a temporary space, making sure cyclists get to take on the tour.
We want you out there and having a good time. This is your chance to be a kid again.
Feeling like a kid while also helping kids.
We're just excited for Tour de Gap to be benefiting the one-to-one mentoring work that Big Brothers Big Sisters does.
The race benefits Big Brothers Big Sisters Abilene, and Megan Woodard with the nonprofit says this year's race is even more special. It's the first one back since COVID canceled it last year, and many are riding in memory of late Big Brothers Big Sisters president Mark Rogers.
He loved Tour de Gap, and so he would love that we're already up on registrations this year and that people are coming together for a cause that he cared about.
That cause bringing people like McDonald and Woodward together, working in tandem to make this year's race one to remember.
This is one of our ways to give back to the community, and so yeah, it's really important to us that this is a well-done event.
In Abilene, with coverage you can count on, Mercedes Hernandez, KTEB News.
Thank you, Mercedes. Volunteers are still needed for the Tour de Gap this coming Saturday. You can sign up at tourdegap.com, and pre-registration is also still available for the races. Again, sign up at the same website.